Managing your Crohn's sure is easier to say than do, but it can be done, trust me. I see patients from all ages and from all walks of life, and from what I've seen, anyone can manage if they work at it. Old or young, experienced or newly diagnosed, it all begins with the right attitude. When you believe you can make a difference in your therapy, good things start to happen. To illustrate this point, I've downloaded a video from Jody, a patient with Crohn's, who is in a very good place with her Crohn's after years of struggle. She takes us through her journey to better manage her condition and highlights the things that she does in order to accomplish her goal. Hopefully you'll get some good ideas from this video that you can apply to your own daily life. But most of all, I want to see the desire and commitment that drive Jody to make the most of her knowledge about what can set off her Crohn's and how she plans each day to the fullest to get the most out of her life while effectively managing her disease.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're looking at neutralization reactions. We're going to have 2 hydrogen for every 1 oxygen to give you water.
Hi, my name is Jody. I'm a high school science teacher and I love to be active. I've had Crohn's disease for almost 10 years. I first noticed symptoms after I got my wisdom teeth removed and went about a year before being diagnosed. The doctors think the antibiotics I took as a precaution following surgery may have triggered the Crohn's somehow. Whatever it was, I have been suffering moderate to severe symptoms pretty much ever since. My first few years were pretty rough, and then I went into remission for about a year. But that didn't last. I then suffered through 3 really bad years, with the worst symptom being stubborn perianal fistulas. To make matters worse, I had to deal with the news that I had 3 areas of diseased intestinal tract and would likely have to have a major resection. In the face of all this, I chose to make some drastic changes to my lifestyle to see if I could gain some control of my disease. On top of continuing to take my meds, I focused on nutrition and stress. And since I like to keep track of things in my life with a journal, I kept notes. I still do, in fact. Lists are how I organize my days and weeks, and it's a system that really works well for me. As far as nutrition and my reactions to certain foods, I already had an idea of what I could and couldn't eat. But I cut lots of potentially irritating foods out of my diet and tried to work stuff back in slowly. It's a lot of trial and error, but it's worth it. I also take some over-the-counter vitamin supplements to try to keep nutritional levels up while restricting my diet. And keeping notes is a great way to track everything. I would recommend a food journal, which you can get at the CCFC website. Plus, I listen to my body and don't do anything I can't handle. Incredibly, within 6 months of deciding to take control, I noticed changes. I had also managed to take better care of myself physically, including regular visits to the chiropractor. And now, nearly 2 years later, my GI says there is virtually no sign of Crohn's in my gut. I know everyone with Crohn's is different, and that what I did may not work for you. But I can tell you, it was so important for me to just decide to begin managing better and to follow through carefully on my plan. I feel great and a bit lucky. Maybe I made some of my own luck, and I encourage you to do the same. If my experience is any indication, I can honestly say that anything is possible, so go for it.
That was inspirational. So, where to next?